All right, beautiful souls, just coming to you again, man. We got this debate going on. One of my homeboys hit me up. Of course, guys, by now, you know, if you know me, man, I love to smell good. I think every man should love to smell good. We was talking about the LV imagination, and I was like, okay, yo, so, since you saying it smells good and you stamped it, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to you. But before I always buy cologne, guys, especially if it's new. I do my research like everything else, and the LV imagination just got a few top notes, man. Top notes are Citron, middle notes, Nigerian ginger, black tea. Those are just a few notes. Burberry Touch, man, it was a cologne that I think every man still should have. A little bit in between the early 2000s, Burberry Touch cologne. You had some top notes, violet leaves, mandarinian leaves, mandarinian and citron. It pretty much smells the same. So when I actually smelt the LV imagination, I was like, oh, the minute that I smelt it, and it, of course, again, when you always want to smell some cologne, or even with the women, just spray a little, maybe a few sprays on your wrist, right? So I smelled it, came back pondering around, acting like I'm some kind of expert in cologne. But man, look, I got some cologne, right? I've been wearing cologne since junior high. So I was like, I don't know why this LV imagination smells like Burberry Touch, and that's why I'm here today. I went on and pulled the base notes up, and I mean, similar. Only thing, LV imagination, they have Nigerian ginger, black tea, and more other notes to it. These are your middle notes. Your first notes, meaning, when the cologne is first put on, your middle notes is pretty much the notes that settles in after a few hours. Like some colognes, even now, even back with the Issey Miyake, the John Paul's, those colognes last you, give or take, 9 hours to 10 hours throughout the day. Issey Miyake, famous cologne, during the late, want to say late 90, coming into the 2000s, that was a thing. And even now, if you still smell it, man, that's still some good cologne. I don't go off of what's old and that's not in no more. If you had the money, you like it, buy it. Certain colognes remind you of certain things, man. Like I said, guys, I can wear a certain cologne, it'll just send me somewhere. Like I have some Dolce Gabbana, I think it was the number, I almost want to say it was the number 33. They don't even sell it no more in stores. My father, he used to wear that, and I have a whole bottle of that right now that I don't even touch. And sometimes, when I just want to put it on, it always put me in, remembrance of my dad. So I'll put it on every now and then, so don't never let nobody, oh, you still wearing that old stuff. Man, smell good is smell good. Look, you can't win. It's either you're going to smell terrible and you're going to get talked about, you're going to smell good and you're going to get talked about. So don't listen to people when they say, man, that played out, or far as cologne and stuff like that, man, you can wear whatever cologne you want to wear. If you're comfortable with it, man, go ahead and wear it. But 345 versus 105, I say give or take, I'm going to go with the Burberry Touch. I haven't had none since probably 2004, something like that. I can't remember the last time that I had it on. I know I don't have a bottle around, but I'm just saying, guys, if you trying to get that LV, take it from me, or try it out yourself. Before you buy it, man, spray some Burberry Touch on, because look at the difference, man. Look at the difference in the money. LV $345, give or take. I said 105 for Burberry. I think that's a regular bottle. Not talking about if you want the shower gel or anything like that. You might walk out, spend you 130 versus 345. I believe it's the same smell, right? Because my homeboy, he was like, bro, you gotta get a bottle. And I was like, shit, anything LV. When you even mention LV or Tom Ford, anything like that, you're getting ready to spend over $200. So I said, well, let me just, go ahead and do my research around first before I buy it. Or because I know I'm not going to buy it now, because to me, it smells like Burberry. It smells just like Burberry Touch, right? So And I'm gonna just tell you, the Tom Ford tobacco vanilla thing, if any man, and I sometimes I think, you know, if you're a woman, because Tom Ford, you know, some of the colognes does come in unisex, but it's no other cologne you can get at this moment that's going to stand up against that. I'm not talking about no Baccarat 540, because everybody and their mother smell like it. You know, I just don't like the smell no more. It's just as worse as seeing these videos of the young sister doing the maze dance. How disrespectful for you to whine and just whine your body off of maze. That's not what Frankie Beverly and Maze, that's not what the song is about. You know, Frankie Beverly and Maze, may rest in peace. You see a young girl just whining on the coffee tables. That's not what, that's just totally disrespectful, man. You can tell, you know, when you, these youngins that's coming up in this era, they don't know better. They don't know better. You have nobody to check them like, look, man, this is not the song for you to sit back and whine and dine. This is not it. This is not the song. So, with that being said, man, the Tom Ford, you cannot go wrong with that. But the LV, Imagination, Burberry Touch, I'm gonna go ahead and say go Burberry. If you had the money, go ahead and spend that $345. But I guarantee you, if I walk up smelling like the Burberry Touch, you got the Imagination on. I don't know. Depending on our skin and how it take it, I think I might make you feel like you lost, you know, you wasted your money. With that being said, guys, leave some in the comments. Peace out. I'm gone.